Well, sorry for the long wait. Of course, I've been busy with a whole bunch of crap, and now I got a free time to do it. Here is week 16 and the final week of the 2020 DCFL season. So, of course, here is the week 15 stand-ins, as in the Eastern Conference, all the playoffs are all matched up already. Indianapolis is number 1, Jacksonville's number 2, and New York's number 3. With the only question is, how is Baltimore, Philadelphia, and Boston going to wrap it up in their seedings? And in the Western Conference, the playoffs teams are set. Chicago, Oakland, Seattle, just the last 2 seedings aren't set yet. And then it was Mexico City, San Diego, and Kansas City to wrap out that conference. So then we take a look at the Week 16 schedule to wrap all of the shit up. As we'll start off with my Baltimore Charm visiting the Indianapolis Rapid Stallions. Then the Philadelphia Sonics visiting the Jacksonville Scouts. And then finally the Boston Red Jackets, visit the New York Gangsters. Then the Western Conference, it's the Kansas City Arrowheads visiting the Seattle Tenyo. The San Diego Mean Green Machines visiting the Oakland Pillagers. And finally, the Mexico City Bolts visit the Chicago Staleys. And of course, for the final 2 playoff seeds in the Western Conference, it's going to come down to either Oakland. If they win or Seattle loses, they get it. For Seattle to get it, they need to win, they need Oakland to lose, and then they have to hope some tiebreakers go their way, because even that's not enough. So that's how the seedings would wrap up. So now let's get to the Week 16 results. As here they are. As in the Eastern Conference, Indianapolis destroyed my Charm 56-17, as we had a 14-0 lead at one point, just so you know that. We led 14-0, but just choked it, sadly. Lost, God, was it like 5 in a row to wrap up the year as our first losing season? God, our defense sucked so bad. And then the Jacksonville Scouts beat the Philadelphia Sonics 41-17. And then the New York Gangsters destroyed Boston 44-3. Oh, God. Then, in the Western Conference, the Seattle Tenyo got their ass kicked by the Arrowheads 20-3, which officially secured them as the 3rd seed, as Oakland is the 2nd seed. Meanwhile, Oakland would beat San Diego 16-6 with a win that didn't really mean anything since Seattle choked it. And finally, Chicago beat Mexico City 38-6 to wrap up this regular season. And now here's the final stand-ins for the 2020 season. As we see, Indianapolis Rapid Stallions for the 2nd year in a row finished 15-1. Honestly, I think this is the best team. Even that 2018 team that was really good, and last year's, this one I think is the best yet. Almost 600 points, allowing almost as much as the 2000 Ravens, a 431 point differential. This is the best of the 3 so far. And the Jacksonville Scouts improved after their terrible year last year as they went 11-5. The New York Gangsters fell off quite a bit as they fell to 9-7, but managed to get back in. My Baltimore Charm, with the worst defense in the league, bottomed to 6-10. The Philadelphia Sonics had a nice improvement as they went from 1-15 to 6-10. And the Boston Red Jackets in their first season, not bad, went 6-10. So then in the Western Conference, the Chicago Staleys, 2nd year in a row in the playoffs, and their first division champ, at 15-1 as well. Followed by the Oakland Pillagers. Actually, after that terrible start to the year, they improved record-wise from last year as they went 8-8. And the Seattle Tenyo got a 2-game improvement, even though they actually played worse in my eyes, barely scoring 10 points a game, to get into the playoffs again. Mexico City Bolts, their first year, went 5-11, that's still not bad. San Diego Mean Green Machines, they played better, but record-wise it's still the same. And the Kansas City Arrowheads, their relocated year as they were the Pittsburgh Power before, what a terrible year they had to wrap out at 5-11. And now we take a look at the playoff bracket when the time comes. As you see, it'll be in the Eastern Conference, it'll be the New York Gangsters visiting the Jacksonville Scouts, and then whoever wins will face the Indianapolis Rapid Stallions. And then it'll be in the Western Conference, the Seattle Tenyo visiting the Oakland Pillagers, and whoever wins that will face Chicago in the Western Conference Championship, and then whoever wins those 2 games will play each other for the title. So, these are the 6 teams remaining out of the 12 we started. Will Indianapolis go all the way for title number 3, the only one to win in the league, or will someone else take over and win their first title? We're going to be waiting to see, as I'm not going to do the video anytime soon, as I got Madden 21 series coming up for free, so I want to try and get as many streams as I can out of it before I'm not going to have it for free until I get it again. So, and I got to do, it's not going to be a stream like the last 2 years when I simulated the playoffs for DCFL. Well, actually, I don't know. If it is going to be streamed, it's not going to be the same way as it was last year, the last 2 years, where you saw me like actually playing the game or not. Since there's no actual gameplay, basically. It's just me going to be reading off what happens. Kind of like how I do PFA. So, that's the results for right now. So, it's nice to see that the season is now over, as we'll be moving on to the playoffs, hopefully very soon. So, see you guys then.